Hi, this video I'm going to talk about the backup method to connect a standard Wi-Fi bird box camera to a Wi-Fi router. If the camera you have is the long-range wireless bird box camera with the receiver, or the camera with the Wi-Fi repeater, or the camera with the network cable, you don't need to follow this instruction because the method to connect those cameras are more simple. I say this is the backup method. The reason is we still have another method we recommend. If the camera you have is like this one, this is the second generation bird box camera. This camera can read the QR code generated by the apps. But if it doesn't work, then you can follow the rest of this video. Try to use this backup method. The first thing we need to do is we need to mount the antenna. This is the small antenna. But if you already got this large antenna, I will suggest you using this large antenna because it provides better reception. Okay, now let's go ahead. The first thing is we need to boost up the camera, power up the camera. The camera is not going to make any light, but you're supposed to hear two small click sound. If you can hear these two click sound, that means the camera is boosted up. And the second thing we need to do is we need to find this reset button and depress this reset button for 3 times. It's going to turn on the camera's Wi-Fi hotspot. This camera, this standard Wi-Fi camera, has built-in Wi-Fi, but it will be off every time after you reset the camera. So we need to manually turn on the hotspot of this camera. And the speed is the key. If you depress this reset button too fast or too slowly, the camera is not going to detect the depress. So we need to punch the reset button like this. 1, 2, 3. Then we move to the Wi-Fi setting of this iPhone. This is the Wi-Fi setting of the mobile phone. We can turn on and turn off the Wi-Fi. Then the mobile phone, you have a new search. It will discover the camera's Wi-Fi. And this is the Wi-Fi from the camera underscore C646. If you don't see the camera's Wi-Fi after you turn on and turn off the Wi-Fi setting, then we can go back to this reset button and punch this reset button for 3 times again. Remember, the speed is the key. Alright, now let's connect this mobile phone to camera's Wi-Fi hotspot. The password is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. Then we click join. It may take a while before the connection becomes stable, and some of the mobile phone will try to switch back the Wi-Fi to your home Wi-Fi. Then we need to click cancel. At this moment we can see the connection just becomes stable. Alright, the next thing we need to do is we need to turn off the apps. Now the apps is running at the background, right? I need to turn off the apps completely. Now the app is being turned off. Let's just turn on the apps again. Then we see in this prompt, ask us whether we want to use the camera's Wi-Fi hotspot or not. Then we click confirm. If you don't, now we are seeing this is the camera. And if we don't see the camera, we may need to switch off the mobile data. This is the mobile data setting of this mobile phone. Then we click this thumbnail to watch the live video from the camera. You see, we are seeing the prompt saying the password of this camera is too simple, and it just tried to instruct us to save the new password to the camera. At this moment, we need to choose this cancel. Please don't use the confirm. We can add the password later, but at this moment, just click the cancel. Okay, now we are seeing the live video from the camera. We haven't done everything yet because at this moment we just connect the mobile phone to camera's hotspot directory to watch the live video, but that's not what we want, right? We want to connect this camera to this Wi-Fi router. So the next thing we are going to do is we need to go to the setting of the camera. Alright, we find the network settings. From here, we need to choose the routing mode. We don't see any Wi-Fi. If you can see your home Wi-Fi is being listed, then we can choose the Wi-Fi. But we don't see the Wi-Fi listed. So at this moment, we may need to manually save the SSID, which is the name of your Wi-Fi, also the password to this field. Okay, now let's go back to check the Wi-Fi name. The name of this Wi-Fi we are going to use is H3CDD3846. Okay, H3CDD. Remember, the case is sensitive, so we need to make sure the name or the password is 100% correct. 3864. Okay, let's double check. I think that's good. Now let's input the password of our own Wi-Fi. Then we click save. Now let's just wait for a while. The reader is scanning. If we see this scan is stopped, which means, okay, now it's just stopped, which means the camera already connected to this Wi-Fi. Let's just double check. You see we no longer see the Wi-Fi hotspot from the camera. Then this mobile phone is connecting to our home Wi-Fi. That means if we still can see the live video, yes, we are seeing the live video. And we also see this is the Wi-Fi signal bar. It's indicated how strong the Wi-Fi signal the camera is getting now. Alright, just one last thing. Let's just check the me. You see we are using the Vista login to try to connect this camera to our home Wi-Fi. This camera is still not linked to our own account yet. Okay, let's just close the apps. Then we log in. At this time, we just use our username and password to log in the apps. And this is the rest of the camera. We still need to go through one step to link this camera to our account permanently. Okay, we click add button. From here, we are going to use other ways to pair and add the device. And we can click choose this device in LAN. Now this is the camera. We can see the cloud ID and also the IP address of the camera. So what we need to do is we just type the name of this camera. And now the camera will be saved to our account. So we are going to see the camera. Let's try to find the camera. Yes, I think this is the one. Alright, and it asks you whether you want to use the cloud storage or not. We just choose do not disturb, then you're not going to see this prompt again. Okay, the camera's live. And if you decide to save the new password for this camera, it's very important you mark down the password because you will need that password for any access from the new mobile phone or the tablet. If this backup method still cannot help you hook up your standard Wi-Fi bird box camera to your Wi-Fi, you may contact us. We'll try to find another method to help you. It will be very helpful if you can provide the model number of your modem or router. Then we will check whether there's any compatibility issue or not. Alright, thanks for watching and have a nice day.